If I might.
If I might have a moment, sister.
Uh-oh, shady man.
Shady man.
Is he an evil cultist?
Yep.
Of course.
Yes? Might I be of some service, good sir?
Would you know where I might find His Excellency, the Archbishop?
May I ask who is looking for him?
Pray forgive my lack of manners. My name is Matthias, a trader with the Leonel Consortium. The Archbishop has generously deigned to engage in a transaction of sorts with us.
Oh.
Well then.
You're right about the bad deal? The consortium. Or consortium, however you pronounce it. A traitor. I see. It's an honor to meet you, sir. I am Sister Ophelia.
Oh, so you are the Sister Ophelia. I've heard so much about you. When the Archbishop contacted me to request my services, he spoke much of his two daughters. I also heard that Sister Liana will be the next flame bearer. The realm is blessed to have such loyal servants. It is, as a matter of fact, to equip your sister for her forthcoming journey that the Archbishop has summoned me here today.
Is that so? We are much obliged for your support.
No.
Think nothing of it, good sister. It is the duty of the faithful to serve the Church, as the Church so tirelessly serves us.
No.
Is this a female cleric?
Yeah.
Huh. Sister Ophelia, you must come at once. Whatever is the matter?
It's a disaster!
Oh, Sister Ophelia, it's the Archbishop. His Excellency has collapsed.
But how could...
What? I will come at once. Master Matthias, forgive me for abandoning you when you've journeyed so far, but...
No.
Do not spare a moment's thought for me, sister. Pray, go to the Archbishop's side at once.
Forgive me.
I thank you so much for your understanding, sir. Please, excuse me. Gonna say his inner thoughts? No, it's just the creepy pause.
I know.
Your Excellency! Ophelia, please! Please, take a moment to breathe. Forgive me, Liana, but His Excellency...
What His Excellency needs most now is rest. Please try not to excite him.
Of course. Forgive me.
Anna?
Yes, Father?
The pilgrimage. The sacred flame.
Do not worry yourself, Father. I will perform the rite without fail, just as you taught me.
That is going to be
Father? Father!
Worry not, Sister Liana. He is only resting.
Liana,
Sister Liana, are you not well?
I'm fine. I think I just need some fresh air. she is trying to act strong before the others. I worry for her. I should be by her side at a time like this.
I think I might have to turn the music down again.
It's still loud. Or maybe... Do you think everything is set in cutscenes?
No, because the voice acting is definitely louder.
Mhm.
It's just the music is loud. At least the voice acting is the right level. That's really the important part.
Oh, does she have to do the flame because her sister vanishes and was
Either
the
vanishes
payment
or
of
is
the
sick
debt?
too. Let's try to just turn it down even further. That should be fine.
I think that has to be it. 'Cause-
Well,
We in the Church of the Sacred Flame worship the god Aelfric. We also revere the Sacred Flame, the enduring symbol of his holiness. Yoink. Okay.
You just got him to follow you?
Yep.
What is
So-
that? What is that?
So you know how Haunted can summon monsters?
She
Well,
summons
she
people.
can summon people. So he has prayer. So we can just have one NPC following Ophelia at all times. Kind of. 15 or higher to summon, to guide this person. So he has mental augmentation.
He has a high level character.
Yeah, so a higher level
Can
character.
you actually approach the flame around the pedestal?
Oh, sure, yeah, we can go take a look at that. But so... It looks like we can get up here.
It's pretty.
It is pretty.
Blue.
I mean, this game is... I really like this game's visual style. I mean, look at the chandeliers kind of up above in the blurring and whatnot and the sparkling on it. Like, they are milking this visual style for all it's worth in such a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
does everyone live in dormitory spaces, essentially?
maybe. And,
I
like...
suppose if they're clerics, it can make sense.
Someday I would absolutely love to see... Actually, what about you?
She's just a townsperson, though.
Yeah, so it's my eventual goal for the final dungeon or something to escort the weakest possible NPC from the game all the way through the final
They're gonna
dungeon.
get obliterated.
No, they're not. They're not gonna get attacked. I wanna escort an entire, like, just the smallest, weakest, frailest old man, woman, or child. And bring them straight through so that they join us for the final fight against the evil deity or whatever the heck we have to fight at the end.
They'll just be that one person that can tell their descendants for generations to come.
Just bring them along.
And so I witnessed the heroes of our time fight evil. I don't know why they brought me along. I felt mystically compelled to do so.
Oh, this Knight Ardante is higher level. But yeah, no, I don't know which NPC it will be. It might just straight up... It might actually just be that old man from Primrose's Town because he was hilarious. But just some really, really stupid, pointless NPC that, like, I have no business bringing along.
Oh, is that the lady that we brought the child to before? That's
Her?
coming
Yeah,
out of this
maybe.
house, I think. Nah,
Yeah, they're just telling us it's cold.
I think it was the same sprite at the very least.
Yeah, wow. That Kate gave us 7 levels.
Yep.
Hot damn. Hopefully Ophelia will just kind of zip up in level, but we'll see.
Huh? Wait, is it that weird dude?
No.
Or someone else?
No, that's the sister up there.
Oh, really? Oh, I see her bangs now. It was just the blue haze made it look like she was brunette for a moment.
Liana, how are you feeling? Ophelia? Liana? What am I to do, Ophelia? Father, my father is...
Oh, she's
She
just
has
crying.
tears.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. That's the one thing I don't like about this visual style for this game. The character sprites are always kind of washed out and low contrast.
I think it's interesting though, because technically a teardrop would take up an entire pixel, which would their faces are only about, I would say, from here 8 pixels long at the most.
Yeah.
So when she's crying, it's streams of tears that would, if you had that much water pouring out of your eyes, you'd die.
Yeah, pretty quick. Your eyes would shrivel to raisins in seconds.
Liana. Thinking about what might happen makes me feel so scared, so angry that I feel like my heart might just burst. But if I fall to pieces now, everyone will lose hope. I must be strong. And soon, I must depart on the pilgrimage. The rite cannot be put off any longer. There are centuries of tradition we must obey. But leaving my father behind, without even knowing if I'll ever see him again.
Don't despair, Liana. We are together in this. We will find a way.
Ophelia.
It has been 15 years since His Excellency... Oh, wait. This is Ophelia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was more narrative. It has been 15 years since His Excellency took me in. My family lost in the war. I was left with nothing, and no one to care for me.
Now then.
Do not despair, Ophelia. From today, we are your family. This is Liana, my daughter, your new sister.
Hey. Hi, my name's Liana, but you can call me Anna.
Anna, if you'd like.
Huh? What's the matter with her?
Liana, I'm afraid Ophelia's gone through something very sad. So, let us see if she is cheered once more. Together, in the light of the sacred flame, we will find happiness.
Yes, Father. I'll be the best sister ever, Ophelia.
My first days in the Archbishop's home. I kept to my room and spoke to no one. It was she who brought me out of my shell. Liana, my best friend, my sister.
Hey, Feely! Don't you want to go outside? Oh, I know! There's someplace I just have to take you! What? This way! Up here! Where are we going? It's just a little further. Come on, we're nearly there. Here we are. What is this place? It's my favorite place in all the world.
Maybe she's just feeling sad, but it's funny how Ophelia ends up having the high-pitched voice as an adult, and Liana's the one that has a lower voice.
The
and
voice
now-
is kind of flipped. I don't think they really thought about that, but then again, it would be hard to have...
she's all excited and Ophelia's really sad.
Yeah.
So...
Maybe it could become your favorite place too. Hmm? It's beautiful. Isn't it though? That's why I love it here. Here, Feely. This is for you. So now, won't you play with me? Still no? Feely, are you crying? No, I'm not. I'm not crying. Good to hear it. We're going to be the best of sisters, Feely. I just know it. I'd like that too. Then it's settled. Oh, next time I'll teach you my favorite game. And then...
After I lost my family, I was convinced it was my fate to be alone and miserable for the rest of my days. But Liana brought me out from under that dark cloud and gave me the strength to start living again.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry for running off like that. I will return to Father's side and stay with him as long as I can.
Yes.
Pray do that, Liana. He will rest all the easier knowing that you are with him. The Archbishop's illness weighs heavier on Liana than anyone else. And yet, she must hide that from all around her. Tomorrow, she is to set out and gather the Ember from the Cave of Origin.
In that case...
If I were to gather the Ember in her place, Liana could stay by her father's side. I knew that's what she was going to do. Of course, I cannot bear to leave him either. And if someone else were to gather the Ember, that same person would have to go on the pilgrimage and complete the rite. To say nothing of straying into that cave without the church's blessing. I'd get more than just a stern lecture, that's for sure. As I recall, the Cave of Origin lies within the foothills to the east of here. And so, I must gather the Ember, that I might perform the kindling in my sister's stead. This is the path that I have chosen. I alone must go. Wait, what just happened?
I just
You
hit A.
clicked through something
No,
accidentally?
I didn't.
Oh, okay. Even so, you would lend me your aid? I thank you, kind traveler. Surely the flame has guided you to my side. Now, let us make for the Cave of Origin. It lies in the hills to the east of town.
Ophelia has joined
I
the
was
party.
just wondering why this was
Shaking?
like,
It's because I was bumping the table.
It
I have my
does
feet
that?
up.
It does that just from little bumps to the table?
Yeah. Maybe?
Weird.
I mean, I was bumping it with my knee, which is a little bit heavier than my hand. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. So we've recruited Ophelia. Let's see about equipment for her, because this is going to be a bit tougher. Oh no. Why would they do this?
She's literally level 1.
Yep. Let's see. Quartz rod. Sure. I really wish there was actually, like, the average of, like...
It would scale up.
Yeah, so if she was the average of your current party. Or if just everybody was the same level. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, it was a supreme pain when I played Knights of the Old Republic my first time around. And I forget what skill it was, but I wanted to complete parts of the game with particular characters so I could follow their storylines. But it meant because I didn't have, was it security or computers and whatnot? There were certain skills that were pretty much the go-to ones for maybe mission and a number of other characters, but not for the ones I had to do some of these missions with, namely the Jedi characters had no experience with that, it seemed. So I found myself struggling through some sections because unless my character was proficient in those skills, it would be more difficult to hack droids and computer systems and security terminals and whatnot. So I think when I decided to play it again, or at least in the next game, I forget how many times I played the first, but I definitely invested some points. I always try to max persuasion out because persuasion's essential in BioWare games, but computers was rather useful.
So we lost our previous NPC. Oh. Where is
yep.
it? Oh, it's the other direction. So anyway, we're gonna recruit that old man that we beat up in the in the beginning
Oh.
of this area. I'll just wonder not allow Streamlab alerts. I should.
What's a Streamlab
I'm
alert?
sorry. Give me a second. I'm stupid.
What is it?
So Streamlab alerts, it should be functional, but it's not. I had it set up.
Wait, so if someone purchases a shirt or something, it goes bing!
Yeah, so if somebody
Congrats.
purchases a shirt, if somebody
There's donations.
donates, you know, a bunch of
Yeah.
things. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out a holistic way to do it without like being a problem. So what it's supposed to do is actually ping me in chat, but it doesn't do that. Is it even functional? It says stream offline, which means it's all dumb.
Back to the game.
Play game! We have old man in tow, and we might have to grind for a little bit. I know you don't like this that much.
Oh no.
One of the reasons is we wildly outstrip her in level, which is really scary. Because you remember how the boss was kind of tough? Mm-hmm. The second boss was hard. Third boss might be even harder. Who knows? And I don't exactly want her to just get,
I'll make this quick.
I don't exactly want...
Letting my arrow fly and true.
I don't want her to just get one shot by the boss, and then we have, like, two men fighting. Wow.
Oh, one thing I'm wondering. Her sister hasn't vanished yet.
No. Her sister might not vanish at all. Like, Tragedy Striking might straight up just
I'll
be,
not be defeated.
some of the companion cleric skills. So heal wounds.
Could it just refer to the father?
Yeah, it could straight up just be the fact that the...
It seemed like that one guy was suspicious, the one that was dealing with her father.
If thou darest.
And then it seems like Ophelia is willing to take Liana's place in
Out
the
of my
pilgrimage
way.
so that Liana can stay home with her father.
Yes.
But she hasn't acquired the flame yet, which means that she still really hasn't embarked on her adventure quite yet.
What? I'm ready. Are you?
Yoink.
What's yours is mine.
Oh, it's what's yours is mine.
Letting my arrow fly in true.
There we go. But yeah, unfortunately combat might be a little bit loud, because unfortunately the battle voices are a thing. I wonder if I can turn off battle voices. Sometimes you can, and it's great.
Oh, music's loud.
Yeah. Okay. Miscellaneous. Settings. Sound effects. Drop that.
Wow, we keep dropping it and it still remains loud.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, oh well. I mean, this will be a constant battle of... Luckily, I can edit it better, because all I have to do is just... Whenever we're not speaking, I just increase the game volume in editing. It should work fine for YouTube, and hopefully it's not too bad for people.
Standest thou against me? Then be hunted.
Okay. But yeah, I'd
Out
like
of
to
my
get
way.
Ophelia up to, like, I don't know, level
Try this.
4? 5 before we
Come
fight the
in,
boss,
if thou
maybe?
darest.
I'll do my best.
Because this area is level 4, right?
I'll not be defeated.
Yeah.
Or actually, what's that shield? Oh, that's for his
Yeah.
personal shield as opposed to level.
Yeah. Do we steal from him? Yeah, let's just keep stealing.
Yours is mine.
I'll never have to buy healing items,
Try
because
this.
he is just a constant...
Letting my arrow. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go for it. He is a constant source of them, and it's actually kind of great. Let's see, we don't have any more.
There.
What next?
There we go. Unfortunately, Ophelia is slow.
Might.
So I guess that's not a big deal. Staff smacks! And there she goes. I think her actual, like, basic physical attacks aren't going to be too bad. Untouched, break bonus, level, yay. Yeah, this shouldn't be too slow. Hey, thank you, Authentic Zach, for the sub. Let's see. Wants me to go this way. What? Me thanking? I mean, I have to. Oh, that's cool. You can kind of see the light effects from town when it's burning. But no, if somebody is nice
I always
enough...
thought that you never let that into your footage, though.
Or
was that in the past?
My turn.
It was... Almost nobody has complained about it. For the most part, it's just kind of like a random incidental, and most people kind of have a vague idea that this is kind of what I do.
Come in, if thou darest.
Well, I think the problem was in the past you had seen streamers where it seemed like half their stream
Yeah,
was
so...
just them
Yeah,
thanking
the
people.
entire...
Out of my way.
I guess the entire thing for me is... I want to avoid doing that in large mass, so if I start getting bombarded, or like I get a really big donation or something like that, I will stop. But if it's, you know, something, you know, if it's just like a random, you know, single sub or something, I'll just be like, you know, thanks so much. Because it's easier to just thank and move on. No, the real problem to some degree is like,
Letting my arrow
is
fly
like-
in true.
I don't like communicating with my audience directly when I'm playing multiplayer. That's where I draw the line. Not because, like, you know, I want to ice anybody out or anything like that, but because, say if I'm playing with Bird and Keith, if I start talking to my audience or thanking my subs or whatever during that, that's rude to them because...
They're not watching
Yeah.
your stream for
Yeah,
it.
and their audience aren't there for me, if that makes sense. And so it's one of those where Oh, it's the night.
That's the cave. Do we actually have to fight the guards in order to get in?
No. Those are the... Oh, interesting question.
This is the Cave of Origin. This cave houses the first flame, the fire that Aelfric himself brought down from the heavens. I must bring it back.
Let's see. Let's grab the chest. But yeah, so when I'm alone, I will thank subs and I will thank donations if it's quick or if it's, you know, whatever. Because ultimately, you know, I mean, people are actively supporting me financially. Like, I'm not just going to, like, you know, push that under the rug. Anyway, Sister Ophelia, I'm certain you know this well, but I feel compelled to speak. This is a place of true danger. Please, be sure that you're prepared before entering. Yup.
Whoop. Danger level 4.
Danger level, don't care. Have you seen my escorts? It's a huntress lady and a thief man who are very strong, and some old dude I picked up in town. Don't question him. He's just along for the ride.
Cave is fun looking.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
like this.
No, the ambiance... You know what this game reminds me of? or visually, cut paper illustrations. Like the pop-up books that are like lit really well. That's what this reminds me of, because it's got this like really nice lighting effect, but it feels like this kind of, I don't know,
They really
this
like
nice
blues and oranges.
Now,
Yeah.
let us hunt him.
At least for this particular
My
zone.
turn.
Well then,
What kind of wolves are these? These actually look closer to wolves
Oops,
than the
didn't mean
previous
it.
ones.
Hello, random townsperson. Okay, they are
The
not
hunt
weak
beginning.
to they are not weak to arrows. Good to know. Probably staff. Usually the monsters in an area are partially or fully weak to weak to axe. They're partially or fully weak to the character that you got in the area. Okay, so she's up to level 4. We might actually push it a little bit further because we're leveling pretty quick.
I've been getting a lot of food. I find that peculiar.
Well, instead of potions
You
or
just have
antidotes or whatever, it's healing plums or life fruits or, you know, a bunch of things.
Let us begin. Come in, if thou darest.
Let's see. I thought we managed to break with the sword. Maybe it's because it died. No?
Yes.
Guess it didn't
not be
count.
defeated.
Do you know what's interesting?
Ah, break with staff. Yes.
Usually I don't...
My turn.
I suppose in pixel art you can see the outer edges of pixels. It depends
yours is
on
mine.
what colors they are.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I'm just seeing how they're
Come in,
constructed.
if thou- Yeah.
Yeah. No, I actually really like pixel art. I know it's not exactly your speed. Oh god, starting with Ophelia must have been really, really rough. I could not imagine that being particularly fun.
My turn.
But, no, I don't know. There's some really nice pixel art. This, so, I've mentioned Final Fantasy VI a billion times, but it had pixel art on this caliber. I honestly want to say this game actually has better pixel art, but the problem is it's a little harder to see sometimes. And, like, whenever it does the, like, boss fight and you're up against this, like, big monster and it's, like,
I
really,
thought it
really
was
well
so
rendered.
funny when we were fighting the butler.
The butler was goofy. I liked that. I like how they have these, like, secret paths up to chests and stuff. It's kind of fun.
Oh man, that was
Let
ear
us
piercing.
That was a little loud, yeah. Unfortunately, voice covers monster shrieks. Yeah.
So it's not considered a sound effect.
Yeah, no, it's
Come
considered.
in,
So
if
the
thou
bat
darest.
voices are just as loud.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to deal with that, unfortunately.
My turn.
We don't really have much of a good option on that,
Yours is mine.
but oh well.
Letting the hunt begin.
Eh,
Yeah.
I should just kill this guy. I was going
not be defeated.
to use the, her super bow move, but yeah, the monsters are still kind of weak in the area, so it's not, not a big deal.
Well then,
Smash.
Yep. I don't know, I like the break system. I think the break system has been very, very satisfying.
What next?
Because normally you don't get to, like, use and abuse, like, status effects on monsters or, like, stun them or whatever.
Do we
And
ever get to see their painted portraits again?
the characters?
Yeah.
I bet we could look it up. There's got to be a spot where we
Where's
can look
the
at them.
nearest tower?
Why? Did you want to...
I just wanted to see what the characters looked like again.
Okay.
Because I know that he has the... Would it be in journal? Oh no, that... Okay, there we go. So that's him. Alright.
She almost looks naked.
The upper half, yeah, that's a little weird. It's just supposed to be
It's
a
very
leather
form-fitting,
skin.
but there's most definitely a bit of a nipple shade in there.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Those are very long black gloves.
Yeah.
Just carrying a potion, a staff. All right.
I really like that illustration style. It's very pretty. I was looking at Twitter, and I know Jazz from Stumped was talking about not doing a series on this because she was already too far into the game. Silver hairpiece. Boost SP. Yeah, let's put it on her. She's the healer. We kind of want her to work with. I don't know. Every once in a while, there's that like small temptation to just take one of these games for myself and not do a series on it. But I always know that would be kind of unsatisfying for me. And then I'd still have to play the game. So it's like, well, when am I going to fit that in?
No, at this point, the only time you play games, for the most part, unless it's grinding, are when you have an audience or when you're recording for an audience.
The hunt beginning.
Yeah, the only games that I will play on my own are like Warframe, because I find Warframe compelling just kind of as a fun, like,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna grind for like an hour or something.
it's part of the reason why I'm a little apprehensive about streaming my artwork. Also because of the whole like art theft thing that we were talking about before. But
Sorcery.
I'm also concerned that while performing, actually, I don't know how to describe it.
Sorcery.
It's some kind of reinforcement. It pushes you forward, makes you give more effort. I almost feel like there would be instances when creating art where I would feel that pressure would be too great.
Nah.
Because there are instances where I need to think and I need to ponder about
I just
what
stopped talking at that point.
Ow. I've seen monsters before, but nothing like the creatures in this cave. Mayhap they protect the flame. Come to think of it, why do I feel as though someone, or something, is watching my every move? Boss in the cave?
You know, I wonder.
Or maybe the guy.
I wonder if the guy attacks us actually.
Yeah, that could be the case. Maybe they want the flame for themselves, but that doesn't seem right.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're there to stop the pilgrim.
To stop the pilgrimage from happening so that they can sow discord and spread Galdera's evil across the land.
I was gonna say it would actually be kind of cool if
Or maybe they taint the flame and make it black and go wahaha.
I was gonna say it would actually be really cool if we were actually screwing up their plans by because Ophelia is going off on her own. She effectively ruins their plan because they were expecting the other girl who maybe they've been like.
Everyone's so confused.
What?
Yours is mine.
Just about when lines are being read versus spoken.
I see,
either.
because your voice acting is too good. Well, they can deal with it.
I try to sound like the characters.
Yeah. The more authentic you sound, the better.
It can be difficult with some of them. I remember when we did the, what was it? Regalia, King of Monarchs, or whatever Monarchs? It had a very long title. It was Regalia of Kings and Monarchs?
Oh, of men and monarchs.
Of men and monarchs?
Yep.
Okay. But there was this one character, and she was akin to a primal barbarian, and she had the most gravelly voice.
Yeah.
That was difficult after a while, but fortunately she didn't speak much because she was always very cryptic. She sort of sounded like this. And that was a little bit rough.
Honestly, I was. My voice is a little bit phlegmy, rough.
I'll do my best.
Because before this.
Letting the hunt.
What voices were you doing?
A pirate?
A pirate?
Yeah.
Was it akin to the pirate voice?
I'm pretty good at doing a bit of a pirate accent if I wanted to.
Uh-huh.
You know, that kind of thing.
But that's even more gravelly than the pirate accent that you used in, what was it?
Well, I'm getting better at it.
The Ghibli-esque game that we just played.
Oh, Batu from Ni no Kuni 2.
Yeah, Ni no Kuni.
My turn.
That's it.
Yeah.
What next?
Yoink. Oh, yes. I didn't realize, I was hoping the wolves would actually, stack charges. And we're just gonna get rid of the forest fox.
Thou didst fight with
People were talking about accents. It was interesting. I think Ni no Kuni 2 was the longest series where I ever held a British accent,
Yeah.
or at least my approximation of
British-ish,
one.
yeah.
Fortunately, the character that I was portraying for that was a little boy. Oh, but then there was also Tani, so it was
Let's see.
2 children. Yeah?
So to
To
clear up any confusion, the voice acting is sometimes
thou darest.
done by us. That doesn't clear up any confusion, and I realize it's only going to make it worse. But so this game has partial voice acting. During cutscenes, it should be a little bit more obvious. But so anytime that there's no cutscene happening, Shell and I will have to like fill in. So the voices
So that
will sound
instance
different
when she
during
stopped
those.
in the middle of the cave and was pondering to herself, that was
Yeah.
me.
So if you ever hear the character say one thing and then there's kind of a longish pause, that means that we're voice acting, because the longish pause is every character before they speak, they will automatically just kind of say a short little bit.
They
and
will
then,
do something like, "What? It can't be."
or like, well then, or, you know, Primrose, or, you know, just like a short little bit.
And then we have to fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
What's yours?
And so I apologize for the confusion. There's not much we can do about it. Apart from come up with comedic voice acting.
I'll do my best.
But like,
I
mean, we could come up with some doofy voices for big characters, but like,
no, that would be terrible.
It would be awful,
Terrible.
yeah.
Now, what I'm concerned about is I find that it's easier to do a variety of male voices versus female voices.
Beginning.
I find that, for me at least, what is my repertoire of female voices?
well, one other thing to say is we also have had no hand in the voice acting of this game.
Oh, no.
This is just us filling in the blanks because they only have partial voice acting. But that would be cool if they did.
So, what kind of voices do I tend to do? So, the kind of voice that I'm doing
What's yours?
for Ophelia's lines when her
Well then,
normal voice actor doesn't speak.
Smacking.
See, if you notice, she's sort of high pitch.
the flame guides us true.
She's all hopeful. That kind of thing. So, there's
Yeah.
that. There's, I suppose, the Huntress in this.
You're
she's
very
sort of
good at making like a
gruffer.
variety of voices kind of within your range. I'm not so good at that. I can't have like a bunch of normal sounding dudes.
How'd you like my Buccaneer sail?
Oy.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
That was
Buccaneer.
Buccaneer coins.
Yeah, I'm better at the more extreme voices. Hello, what the hell are these things?
My turn.
Hi. You're kind of scary.
Coming. If
Then
thou
of course
darest.
there's the calm narrator voice. There's the
then.
weird seductress voice. There's the old lady voice. There's the high-pitched child voice. There's the gruff voice. There's the
Ow.
deep heroic voice. There's
Coming.
maybe I should
if
actually
thou
be
darest.
doing the voices as I'm describing them.
Well, I mean, instead of saying like the name of the voice, you could be like, "And this is my old man voice, and this is my deep, gravelly pirate voice." You know, stuff like that.
Yeah, no.
What's yours?
It's interesting though because some voices you almost have to
Yes.
get yourself in a
I'm not to be
particular mindset and mouth and
Oh, sacred light.
like throat. I don't want to say position, but sort of have to form it. Like for instance, now I don't know if I could easily go back into that voice that I had all throughout
Coming,
Ni no Kuni
if
for the
thou
prince.
darest.
I think part of it is, for me at least, it's easier when there's text in front of me and I try to sound it out before I say it. Whereas saying something on the fly in an accent, that's a bit more difficult.
I think it's just kind of a mastery, because like my old man voice and my pirate voice, I can pretty much pull up at a whim, just because I I
You use
do
them
it
to
so
joke.
often. Yeah. Well, yeah. There's also very occasionally my lilting German accent. Oh, I love that accent. That's a fun accent to
Come
do.
on, I've got.
I really like your Skitter voice.
What? Just the like, I don't really have a whole lot of confidence in myself. And
Yeah, yeah. All
you
you
know,
do, you're just squeezing your
somebody
air
might
passage
have
a
just
little
kicked
bit.
me in the nuts.
It's so cute. It's so cute.
There.
And then, of course, you were using your... I don't want to say prudish, but posh. Yeah, posh would be it. You were using your posh voice for the one man.
Oh, yes, the merchant man. Well, no, that's not quite it. We'll get back there.
Probably similar to the Blythe voice.
Yes. No, I can do it. Sorry. I'm losing control a little bit because my voice is a bit raw. Because
I like practicing male voices. I had to do them often whenever I played with my cousins with our Star Wars action figures. I was always Obi-Wan now that I think about
Out
it.
of my way. What's yours?
Yeah. Obi-Wan's one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character in Star Wars.
If thou dare.
I'm always consistently surprised at the reaction to Skitter. I was not expecting him to be nearly as popular of a character.
Especially because he was meant to die.
Yeah, no, he was not supposed to
He was
survive
gonna
past-
be just another mook, but then I stayed my hand.
Let's
Said,
do this. What's yours
Yeah.
is mine.
Help us escape, and we'll spare your life. Yeah. It's actually interesting because I look back at my performance for Alarin early on, and I was going with the long-winded, eloquent, I was role-playing a little too hard, trying to sound like I was in a medieval fantasy setting, and that was a little bit... It's funny because as time progressed, I just became sillier. Oh,